we went to a rally point and did a head count, and we were all there. I made my way around to the building, as always, trying to see if you could help with something. I just remember seeing the bodies laying out there that were being triaged and all, and couldn't remember, just, man, it was just a bad scene. And then to go to work in the morning, I would basically what they would call slug. In Northern Virginia area, you would, if you didn't take the bus, you could ride with folks and they would take the high occupancy vehicle lanes into the Pentagon. And so there was a guy that used to pick me up in the mornings. And it's, when you have a habit pattern to go into the lot at, 6:30 in the morning, typically you see the same people because you're on that same time schedule. And this guy's name was Bob Hymel. And he was a retired Air Force guy, retired lieutenant colonel. I think he flew B-52s in the Vietnam War. And he had flown a B-52. If I remember him telling me these stories, we ended up having conversations, going into work in the morning. I would share my bad times with him, and he would share, hey, I tell you the time I was a co-pilot over Hanoi, and an airplane got shot down, or not shot down, but shot up, and we're flying back to my base, and we crashed, and of the survivors, he was one of the survivors. And to hear his story was just unbelievable. So after a few days, I was starting to look for Bob in the slug line. And I never saw him. I couldn't figure out, what had happened to him. Maybe his schedule changed. I really didn't think that much about it. But one afternoon, I was going to the gym in the Pentagon. And as I was going by the gym, I noticed they had put this memorial up to the folks that were in the Pentagon. And just this one particular day, I'll just never forget. I was walking, and as I looked to the left, my eyes went right to Bob's picture. And there he was, and he had been killed in that attack. And so from that point, the whole war became very personal to me, and I dedicated every ounce of energy in my life to that war to the day I retired after that.